Hi. Just give me a second. Hey. Okay. I'm gonna try to look for a video for to react, so I can make a YouTube video after that. Baby, I'm a rolling stone, got a right in me, but I don't want to say this wrong. But what you say with me, baby, we can make this wrong. Away with me, even if you're out off alone. I like that you like me. You taste my lips, you got good taste. I like that you like me. I'll tear my eyes to your face if you take this chance. Got the pure oxygen to breathe me in as silk. Sorry in advance. I had the I still got every day and I'm trying my best. That's cliche, but tell me what you wait for me. Baby, on that molest burn out the sense in me. I don't want to say this wrong. I bet you'll stay with me. Maybe we can take a kiss. Let's see, I'll see what the ramish. Me, will you sing this thing? It's like that every day, and I'll try my best. It sounds cliche, but baby, would you wait for me? Baby, I'm a rolling stone, but that all right in me. Yeah, I don't wanna say this wrong. Baby, what you say with me? Baby, you could take this wrong. Take it away with me. Even if you're better off alone. Tell me what you wait. Wait for me. Tell me what you wait. Wait for me. Wait for me. To the last town. It's better if I do this. Yeah, I can keep myself here. So we're gonna watch. First of all, we're gonna watch this ad. Oh wait, I'm glad. Okay, there's no sound. I forgot about this. Whoa. Okay. Before we go, let me just make like a small intro because there's not going to be editing on this video. It's just going to be straightforward. We're going to watch it and all of that and post it on YouTube. Shout out to Nick Crawley for making this video, by the way. Right here. I'm not subbed, but you guys, if you want to, you can go. You know what? I'm going to sub. If you guys want to, just go there to his page and we're going to watch this one. It's Mysteries of the Internet Volume 1. The first one is called The Girl at the Door. It might be spooky. I'm gonna hope I can make this a reaction and make sure all of this just gets done. I'm gonna start recording, see if no, I can't. It's gonna lag. Am I glossing? Might be pregnant. Okay, let's just go. I'm not gonna pause it, but I will talk while the girl at the door. Okay. Oh no.
It's the 22nd of November, 2019.
Okay.
A Ring doorbell begins recording as a young girl approaches a home in the Harriet Creek Ranch neighborhood of Texas. It's pitch black out and the girl is seen all alone, which by itself is strange enough, but it's moments later that this footage becomes truly concerning.
Okay. She has a flashlight? Or...
Help, please.
Oh, shit. You guys don't have doorbells?
Please help.
She was begging for help, pounding her hand against the door, all the while continuously turning her head around, as if she was expecting someone to come up behind her. The footage then comes to an abrupt end,
Whoa.
only to start again seconds later. But this entire time, no one answers that door. The wait was just too unbearable for the child, as she then took off.
There's no one next door, so something happening at
Yelling
her
incoherently
house.
in the street before running out of view of the camera.
I think she said there's no
Frustratingly,
one
this footage was
next
only
door.
viewed by the homeowner well after the fact, and reports seem to indicate that this was a property that they rented out rather than lived in, with it being unoccupied on that night. But after seeing the video, the homeowner immediately contacted law enforcement and shared the video online in the hopes that more information would come forward, as it seems that neither they nor the police had any idea who this child was or why she needed help. But since these clips were first shared, these questions have still yet to be answered, at least publicly, as there have been no updates from law enforcement. Along with this, there have been no accounts from neighbors about the incident or any footage from
Not as
other
loud for
homes in the
y'all.
neighborhood, perhaps implying that this was her one and only stop of the night. It's like after this footage, this girl dropped off the face of the earth, with this entire situation being a mystery to this day, leaving us with only theories. The first and most popular theory is that this girl was an escaped victim of kidnapping, or perhaps an abusive household, and had run to the closest home to ask for help. We've seen situations like this many times before, with the most popular example at the moment being the case of Ruby Frankie, whose son escaped their house and ran to their neighbor for help.
Wondering if you could do 2 favors, taking me to the nearest police station. Well, actually, just one's fine.
This certainly falls in line with this girl's behavior, as she was
Yeah,
clearly
I
scared
saw
about
that- I
someone
saw
or
that
something
bitch.
following her, hence why she kept looking back. And given that there
Please
have been no
someone that
updates to this
in
case,
prison,
and that
she's been to
seemingly
go
no
for
one
a
else
long
saw her
time.
that night, it would indicate
something
that
to her.
whoever she was running from had recaptured her shortly after. And what makes this theory even more horrifying is that many online users believe that this girl isn't the only person shown in this footage.
Help, please.
As in the background, some can see what appears to be movement behind the bush, and potentially even a figure.
No, I think that's just the camera.
Please help.
I think that's just the camera. I don't think there's someone. She's saying there's no one
And this
next
just
door.
so happens to be the direction that this girl is looking in every time she turns back, almost like she knew someone was hiding there. Which brings us to our second theory, that this entire thing was a setup. The belief here is that this girl was coerced into going up to a stranger's home to beg for help, so that when this unsuspecting homeowner would open their door, those people who made the girl do this would then rush into the home and rob the person. This could explain why she was looking at that bush so frequently, as that's where this person or these persons would have been hiding, and she was looking to them for guidance, perhaps unprepared for the homeowner not to open their door. Both of these theories are disturbing in their own right, and both clearly indicate that this girl is in need of help, regardless of what the situation is. But still, there's been no confirmation as to whatever happened to this child, even despite the public interest. One of the biggest talking points online came from some theorizing that this girl might be Serenity Denard, a then 9-year-old girl who had gone missing in February of 2019 from a children's facility in South Dakota, who looked eerily similar to the child shown in this video. But in my research, I was able to find a Facebook post from one of Serenity's mothers, who shared that they were in fact aware of the video, and that they had actually contacted law enforcement about it. And in her post, she claims that investigators told her that the girl had been identified at some point, and that she had lived in that neighborhood, with there being no further elaboration as to why she was asking for help. This is quite literally one of the only updates I was able to find, but unfortunately it was one that I wasn't able to confirm, and it also fails to explain what exactly happened to this girl,
You gotta be one of the
leaving this
worst
footage and this entire scenario
of losing your
as
daughter
one of the many
like that.
mysteries of the
She
internet.
was at a school and someone just took it. Like, you either have guns at school or you allowed kids to get taken
Throughout
by
my time
someone
here on
who's
YouTube,
not.
I've stumbled across some of the
parent.
most frightening things on the internet, but one of the discoveries that scared me the most was my own personal information.
Is Aura?
Who sold my information, making private things sponsor Aura.
Yep. Aura. The sponsor. And now we're gonna add Windows 11? Or I forgot. Oops. Let's skip.
Here from the officer's view. And
Let's go back.
it started with a police chase.
Okay. Let's chase.
An officer parked alongside a highway in North Amsterdam had witnessed a black Mercedes speeding down the road and was now desperately trying to keep up with it. But the effort was to no avail, as the Mercedes would soon disappear from the officer's view. And when it would come back into view minutes later, it wasn't moving. It was instead left abandoned on the side of the road, the driver's side door hanging wide open, and the driver himself being nowhere to be seen, leaving that officer alone with the suspect's car, but no suspect. However, the vehicle hadn't been left entirely empty, as in the driver's rush to flee the scene, he had accidentally left his cell phone behind, and so the contents of this phone would be searched, which quickly led to the discovery of this driver's identity. But for investigators, there was a far more pressing finding on that device. A finding in the form of a minute-long video stored on the man's camera roll that indicated that this driver may have been involved in a crime far worse than just speeding.
Okay.
The footage was taken inside a different vehicle and showed an unseen driver holding up his cell phone alongside another man in the passenger seat. The camera was focused on a car in front of them, with both men seeming intent on catching up with it, as in the moments before this recording started, something had happened between them, which the men inside this car felt they had to get revenge for.
Voor ons net hebben brutaliteit met ons gemaakt. Deze mannen voor ons hebben net de brutaliteit. Run, maat, ze gaan weer run!
They referred to this unseen incident as an act of brutality by a group of men in this other vehicle, and by the looks of it, it's likely that this car had simply cut them off, as there was a freshly closed lane in the stretch of road at the time, which created an unexpected merge. And this is most likely what this group inside this separate car thought too, as they were showing no signs of road rage, and were instead just casually driving with the flow of traffic. However, it's clear that the men behind the camera felt differently, as in their minds, what this other driver had done to them was so awful that it was worthy of only one punishment: death.
What? What? I'm gonna have to pause this, okay? You know, every time that I use the word, or if I ever use the word retired, YouTube, it's because of people like them. They got cut off, even if they did. The right, you know, it seems to be going smoothly, you know, doesn't seem anything like bad happened or some shit. Someone cut you off. Who cares? Be like, hey, oh, who cares? Let me just crank up some Juice WRLD and just go fucking on my way. Right? Just listen to Juice WRLD. And they decide, you know what? I'm going to shoot up the car because of that. This is when I use the word retired. And it's not retired. If you watch Deadpool and Wolverine, you'd know what the fuck I'm talking about. The Wesley Snipes scene. Late. Retired? Yeah. That's the only time I'll use that word is to people like them, like this too. I do not use that word to attack anyone with any type of disability or anything like that, because actually I don't think that word is used for people with disabilities. If you have Down syndrome, if you have any other ones, they're just normal people with a little bit of a challenge, let's say. People like these two will just say, oh, let's shoot them because they cut me off, even though everything seems to go normal. They are the retired people. Retired. You know, when you're old and you don't work anymore. YouTube and Twitch. Yeah. I'm not going to stop anymore. See, they're going normally. Like, there's nothing. They did something brutal to us. You kiss your mom?
And so, this duo inched their vehicle closer and closer to this anonymous car,
Look,
while continuing their rambling about this act of brutality. And when they finally positioned themselves next to the vehicle, the man in the passenger seat brandished a pistol and pointed it directly at the driver of this vehicle. The footage from here is incredibly shaky, and the window had been rolled down, causing the audio to peak and become distorted and indecipherable. Because of this, it's hard to say for sure what happens next, but it appears that the man holding the gun attempts to fire the weapon before pulling it back into the car, cocking the revolver once more, and firing again.
It did sound like that was a shot.
To which both men erupt with laughter and begin celebrating, before the recording stops.
These are the people
Based on the
deserve to
footage,
get.
it's unclear what happened to the driver of this vehicle or the other occupants, and finding this information became priority one for law enforcement. In their research, they determined that this video was shot on May 12, 2014, at around 9:40 p.m., one full month before they had stumbled upon it, and it had been taken on the A1 highway near entrance 2101. And yet, when they checked their files to match this information with any of their cases, they realized that there was no record of this incident. This crime had never so much as been reported, despite it seeming to depict a shooting in the middle of a busy highway. To make matters more confusing, police were able to track down the men who took this video and carried out the actual attack, and yet neither of them claimed to know what happened to the people that they shot at, and both refused to elaborate any further, leaving investigators in a strange position. They had undeniable proof of a crime, one that at the very least was attempted murder.
You have
they
the
also
car,
had their
the model,
suspects.
3
They
doors.
just didn't have any victims.
You can
And so they
identify
studied the footage even more, which is when they made a disturbing revelation about these victims. Throughout the video, the perpetrators refer to the people within this car as a group of men, and while the footage we have today has the occupants' faces blurred, they were able to conclude that the driver was in fact a man. However, they discovered that the passenger next to him is clearly a woman wearing a headscarf. And most shocking of all, in the back seat was what appeared to be a child, meaning that they had been shooting at what, in all likelihood, was a family. Police released this video to the public later that year under the name Amsterdam Sheet Incident Ringway A10, or Amsterdam Shooting Incident on Ring Road A10, where they revealed this footage but disguised the voices and faces of the perpetrators for unknown reasons. And in releasing this, they asked the public to come forward with any information that could help identify this family. They asked for witnesses on the scene, car repair shops that may have fixed the car with bullet holes, any hospitals that had shooting victims on or around that day, and most importantly, they asked for the family inside this car to come forward, as without their testimony, convicting these men was nearly impossible, as it wasn't fully clear what crime they'd even committed. That was 11 years ago, and to this day, no one has come forward, leaving us with only theories.
You know
the first
why?
theory is that the people shot at in this footage may have been undocumented immigrants, or perhaps one of them had a warrant out for their arrest, meaning that if they were to report this crime, or if they were to have gone to the hospital with a bullet wound,
I can say the
police
first
would have
one,
certainly gotten
maybe.
involved, and in turn they would have gotten in trouble as well, essentially forcing them to stay quiet as saying anything.
I can say it's the first one, maybe, or it was a family that was on vacation there, so they probably just went, like, maybe, let's say they're, I don't know, they're from an African country or some Asian country or some shit like that. So they went there and this shit never got to them, something like that. You know what I mean? It could have been like a family here in Portugal or in Spain, and they never saw this one because it was just like two days after whatever happened is, because apparently the footage is 1 month old. I said I wasn't going to stop.
Put their freedom in jeopardy.
They could have just
Another theory is that the shots may have simply missed the vehicle, and the driver decided not to report it, with some believing that this whole situation was no big deal. But to me, this doesn't seem like something that would be so easily brushed off, especially because a child is involved, though it is possible that perhaps this family was afraid to report the crime, as they clearly knew how dangerous these men were, and feared that reporting this crime would only further put a target on their backs.
Or the gun.
And finally, there's the theory that this weapon never fired at all.
Or
this
had
is where the
blanks,
audio peaking becomes a major factor, as it's extremely difficult to make out the
sound
sound of gunshots,
just shows
as the gun was literally outside of the vehicle when it was seemingly being fired.
Kind of shows the sound.
But it is worth noting that investigators working the case seemed confident that the weapon fired at least once, and I also personally hear a distinct popping sound at the end.
Yes, I do hear it too. I hear this one.
But it's hard to say for sure. And it also is possible that this group was using blanks, with this all being an attempt to trick the other driver into thinking that he was in danger.
That's what
but
I was
even
thinking.
with these theories, We still have no idea the fate that befell this family, and it's clear that they have no desire
For
to
them
come
to
forward
record and do
for
this
reasons we just
being a
don't
crime,
know.
I think
Which
it
leaves
was
the
the
Amsterdam
police.
shooting video an internet mystery that may never be solved.
At least nobody got hurt. Oh no, Reddit shit.
Urgent, I need help, please.
Okay.
We are from BSAS West Zone, Castelar, San Juan neighborhood.
Okay.
Her name is Emma Rosario Culk, who's been missing since Friday, June 12th. If you saw her, please call. Any information will be appreciated. This post was made to the subreddit r/Argentina on June 16th, 2020 by a user named u/NaramNaram, who asked for the public's help in finding a missing woman named Emma Culk, and in the comments he would offer more context, saying, "She went out to buy something and never came back. She was last seen here in the neighborhood. Sanchez and Pavan is the area where she went to buy something. She was dressed in the clothes that she's seen in the photo. She was carrying her wallet with her ID and a cell phone." Quickly, the post was inundated with concerned citizens wanting to help in the matter, with the gravity of the
Why do I
situation
think that the
being
guy
made even
who
greater, as earlier
did
that day,
something
Naram
was
had
the
made
one
a
who
similar
did this?
post, which revealed that Emma Culk was actually his mother. This revelation only made the post more important, as people left comments offering support and encouragement, with many even providing advice on how he could potentially track her down, to which Naram seemed genuinely grateful. Across the entire internet, this seems to be the first post ever made on Emma's disappearance, but it would be far from the last, as people spread this information far and wide almost immediately after Naram's post, which was also followed by several local news reports, which proved that Emma was in fact a real person and was in fact missing, with these articles mentioning something that her son had not, that she was feared to have been taken. The only thing we know for sure is that she went into her house, left her bike, and for some reason went out but did not come back in. Apparently, she did not leave on purpose, and that is what worries us the most. Things were clearly very concerning, and the tension of the situation
The
only
son did
increased
something
as the
to
day
her?
passed, and then too, with Naram vowing to keep everyone updated on the status of the search. And sure enough, right after this update, Naram's missing mother would finally be found. The worst news: Emma Rosario Culk was murdered. She had been missing since June 12th. Her son killed her with stab wounds and then buried her in the backyard.
The fuck did I just say? The fuck did I just say? I said the guy who wrote it was the one. He did it. And then was her son. And I was like, oh, the son did it. Oh my God. Fucking, as soon as this showed up, I said it. He was him. He did it. I don't know why I'm so excited by that. A woman just passed away. Got killed by her son. Castelar South, Moron. Oh, it's actually in Argentina, right?
Part of his house. He was arrested. Rest in peace, Emma. Emma Culk had been found dead, murdered, and buried in her own backyard, with the perpetrator allegedly being her own son, Daniel Culk, who had confessed to stabbing her once in the chest and then twice in the head before burying her body in the backyard, with a motive never being given. The ending to Emma's search was disturbing, but perhaps the most shocking part was the revelation that she was killed by her own son, 20-year-old Daniel Culk, which immediately called into question Naram's Reddit post, as he had claimed to be Emma's son, leading many to wonder, was Naram the killer? And so, desperate for clarification, someone commented, "By any chance, are you 20 years old?" To which Naram actually responded, writing simply, 25, before eventually leaving the following explanation. "Apparently it was my brother. That's what the police said when they declared the crime." This would mean that when Naram had been making these pleas to find his mother, in reality, not only was she already dead, but she had been killed by his own brother
But it was the
and
son.
buried in their backyard. It's one of the
I had
most
a
chilling
suspicion it
things
was
I've
in the
ever come
family.
across on Reddit, but
But
the
I didn't
intrigue of this
know.
case doesn't exactly end here, as there was something about Naram's story that wasn't quite adding up.
Okay.
Just days before the disappearance of his mother, he had left a comment on an unrelated post saying, "When I was 8 years old, I wanted to ride a bicycle without hands, according to me because it was easy. I was on the street, dirt, and I let go of the handlebars, and here I am at 19 years old, with the handlebars marked on my abdomen." In his own words, Naram wasn't 25, but instead 19 years old, and potentially 20 years old by the time his mother was found, which put him at the exact age range as Daniel Kolk.
Wow, so I don't know.
This prompted a wave of speculation and confusion and spawned the enduring mystery: who exactly is Naram? While making things even stranger, digging deeper into his posting history, you can find another comment where he claims to have been working the same job for 6 years, which seemed to contradict the idea of him being 20, thus prompting even more confusion, which eventually caught Naram.
Actually, it doesn't. If we're talking about Argentina and maybe like a poor background type shit, it could have been working like a store or a grocery store or anything like that since he was like 14, 15. It could be a thing. Okay? It's not like if it's a city like not really well, it's not a big city, if it's not a big place, he could have been there working, for 5-6 years. It could have been. Even if he's 20, it could have been. It could be doing like, oh, I've been doing this for 5-6 years and shit, maybe like he was like 14 and he was with like an hour or two in some places and shit like that. My mom always had like coffee places. Yeah, my mom and my dad. So since I was 12, I've been around that and actually working, serving and making coffee, making a lot of other shit since I was 12. So I don't again, I don't know what his mom used to do, so I don't know. But he could have been working with her or working since he was 14, 15. You talk about something from Argentina. It could be like a place where it's really, it could be like a poor village or some shit like that. So he could have been working since he was 14.
Just attention, who responded by stating, "I didn't write that. It must have been my brother. I don't use this social network. I only used it twice for a work issue and now because my mother disappeared. This account is not mine." This recounting of events made Naram's initial story even more twisted, as if this was true, then not only was it his own brother that killed the mother he was looking for, but he was literally using that same brother's account. And again, this gets stranger. Around the same time, Naram would thank the internet for its help on the case, and then proceed to swiftly disappear, leaving the account untouched for over 2 years. But this silence would be broken in 2022 when they suddenly returned, with their posts being slightly unhinged, gloating about their internet status and bizarrely lashing out at random users who questioned him on his past and present motives. And in these ramblings, he would drop the bombshell that he wasn't actually Emma's son. He now claimed to be Daniel's best friend, writing that he allowed Daniel to make the post on his account to spread the news about his mother's disappearance, which he was completely unaware that Daniel himself had caused. This was the last real update in this case, and it only threw more fuel on the fire of this mystery, with people wondering what version of events, if any, were true. When I hear about this case today, many seem to believe that the entire time Naram was actually Daniel Kolk, and he had made this post to make it seem like he was searching for his mother, and perhaps to even use any given advice to help conceal what he did. As remember, many were offering suggestions on how to find her, which Daniel in turn could have used to essentially do the exact opposite, to help make sure that she was never found. This is tricky because the account posted briefly after Daniel was supposedly arrested. However, the status of this case is entirely unknown to this day, as there have been no updates as to whether or not Daniel was actually charged, with some choosing to believe that this was him the entire time, and perhaps he was even held in prison for a few years before being released, thus explaining his 2-year absence. Another theory is that Naram was initially
He would not been 2 years in jail. He was 20. Either he got locked up in jail for a long time because it would have been a thing, unless there's something in a case that says he was like a self-defense type shit, even though if it's 3 stab wounds here and 2 here, I don't know, it doesn't matter. It would not been 2 years unless he was in like a mental asylum type shit. And again, if it's in a not really developed village or city or some shit like that, it could be, he was sent there for 2 years and then he came back. If he was if it was, if he was, insane. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's
Actually
what I'm
telling
saying.
the truth, and that he was Daniel's brother, and that he was simply using the account to spread word of his mother's disappearance, before eventually abandoning it. And perhaps the most recent posting on this account was because it may have been hacked, which would explain the massive tone shift. Or maybe it's the most recent version of events that's the right one, and that this is actually Daniel's best friend. But why initially lie? And how do you explain the apparent inconsistencies in his age that are found throughout his posts? This entire internet mystery is one of the messiest I've ever come across, and nothing seems to make any sense, with the most inexplicable part being the very real murder at its core. A mother who was killed by her own son for no apparent reason, and given the lack of updates, it's hard to know if justice was ever served.
That is the only thing that actually matters, but it shouldn't matter.
It took several months for Angeline Pete's family to report
Because
her
it
as
shouldn't
missing.
happen. That's what I mean.
She had a long history of leaving home for extended periods of time, running off to join the circus and hitchhiking rides all across the Vancouver area, before eventually returning home to her normal life.
Why?
But this time it felt different.
Why?
None of her friends or family had heard from her since May of 2011, and it was now nearing the end of summer.
So she actually had friends. I guess, like, if you have, like, bad things at home, your parents are pieces of shit, maybe something bad like that happens. But if you have friends, that means you can at least, talk to them and be with them. I'm pretty sure this is where Saint Marie made her "You broke me first." I think this is the street. I think the buildings look a little bit like that. I digress. Let's just go.
This was especially odd considering that Angeline was known to be constantly texting, as well as updating her Facebook profile, with that profile now sitting completely dormant. But within that page filled with your typical selfies and normal life updates, there was one post that stood out, the final post she ever made. This photo was posted without context on May 20th, 2011, a day that just so happened to be the very last time that the vast majority of Angeline's friends and family members had heard from her. And when looking into the context of this image, her disappearance only becomes more concerning.
There's some keys over there.
That night, Angeline had been drinking with her fiancé Robert Calden in downtown Vancouver, and while the two were waiting to catch a ferry back home, something had
How old is she? He said. Is she like 20 something? She has a fiance and she sometimes she fucking leaves to join the circus? I thought she was like 12 or 13. I thought he was talking about a 12 or 13-year-old girl who would be like, yeah, let me run away from my parents' house because my parents are mean because they took away my Game Boy Advance, so I'm gonna go join the circus. She was of 18 and doing that?
sparked an argument, which eventually led to a full-on physical altercation. This fight caused such a stir that eventually police would arrive on the scene, where they noted that Angeline's lip had been busted, leading to them placing Robert under arrest. Though in the end, no charges would ever be filed, as Angeline refused to give officers a statement and instead insisted on just going home, which led to the whole thing seemingly being dropped.
That's normal.
It was directly after this that Angeline would post this photo to her Facebook account without any sort of context, before proceeding to disappear into thin air. Her motivation for doing this isn't 100% known, but one could assume that she was trying to make a record of this attack, perhaps in case something were to happen to her. The timing of this is more than a little suspicious, and paints a horrifying picture of the potential fate of Angeline. That she had been murdered by Robert Calden as a result of their fight on the 20th of May. It's a case that seems as straightforward as it is disturbing, but that's only on the surface, as there was another factor.
5 million? Or, 5,000. My bad. She disappeared in 2011. She's from 1982. She was 29 at this time, and she would do something like that? She would sometimes disappear? I mean, if she was an adult, she doesn't disappear. Just doing whatever the fuck she's doing. That's why, like, just don't do it. Don't do that. If you're over 18 and you decide to do this, at least, like, continue giving like update on whatever you're doing. My cat is biting my attacking my hand right now. You guys can see if I can turn on that camera, but I'm not going to. So she was 29
Factor at play here
and doing this.
is when the police stopped this couple from fighting on that fateful night.
She'll be
Robert
43
wasn't
right
the
now.
only one facing jail time.
So who else?
Angeline was no stranger to abuse. She had a long history of it herself, with her ex-boyfriend claiming to have suffered dozens of black eyes throughout their relationship, which had ended years prior. This violent behavior often stemmed from her trouble with alcohol, which had ended years prior, with her ex.
I probably got 40 black eyes over those years. When she had 5 or 6 drinks, she had no control. Oh, she was the abusive one.
Boyfriend claiming to have suffered dozens of black eyes throughout their relationship, which had ended years prior. This violent behavior often stemmed from her trouble with alcohol, and Robert was clearly one and the same, with the two forming an extremely toxic relationship that often ended in one or both of them getting hurt. It was all too normalized for the pair, which was highlighted by one of Angeline's final texts, where she wrote, "Gee, my lip hurts. I hate him so much that I love him." Now, I do want to make it clear that this is in no way meant to come across as victim blaming, but this is vital information for this case, as Angeline's history with violence had landed her.
Yo, you're right. She's a victim in this scenario that she's missing, or maybe she, something really bad happened to her. But before that, she was not a victim. She's an abuser. She was abusing boyfriend before, ex-boyfriend. Maybe this guy and her were like abusive towards each other. That makes them both abusive and both victims, which means it could possibly blow up at one point, or if they decide to go separate ways. But she was the victim in this case because she's missing, but before she was abusive. I don't think it's victim blaming. I think it's just putting out facts. She was she was abusive. Maybe she has some mental issues or some shit like that, but beating up other people doesn't matter if you drink or not, because here's the thing, I hate people who I hate drunk people, I hate people who drink and shit like that, but drinking does not make you aggressive. It's just who you are, period. Because there's a lot of people who drink and all they do is start singing, start making jokes, being dumb. They're not aggressive. So you cannot blame the victim, you cannot blame the drink, but the victim wasn't aggressive. It was abusive. She was abusive. The same, the fiance. So they're both abusive. They're both 80 bad people.
Her in prison numerous times, most recently in 2009 when she was arrested for getting into a massive bar fight. This arrest in particular is noteworthy as it carried with it multiple conditions.
I think
one of which was that Angeline was given a 9 p.m. curfew, and the other was that she was not allowed to drink, with both of these conditions being broken on the night of May 20th when police intervened in her and Robert's fight. This meant that Angeline was now likely going to be reincarcerated.
She was looking for fights. Not only that, the fact that she had a boyfriend who was like that as well, and probably jealous, she probably got super excited getting into fights so the boyfriend would get into the fights for her. You know what I mean? Like, so she can feel like he's fighting for me type shit. He's white knighting. So yeah, all that for me. And maybe she actually liked that. That's why, the other one probably would be like, I'm sorry, don't. She's just drunk, and then she would beat him up. That could be a reason.
And sure enough, that same night, officers arrived at her home to question her on the matter, but she failed to answer the door, which led to a warrant being made for her arrest 5 days later on May 25th. That day, a squad car pulled up to Angeline's apartment to bring her into custody, but when police entered the home, they would only find Robert, who just so happened to be on the phone with her. And officers claimed to have spoken with Angeline during that phone call, where they advised her to turn herself in, though she claimed that she was no longer in the area.
The officers have no idea how she sounds. right? Unless it's someone who dealt with her before, they have no idea how she sounds. And I don't want to be that guy, but when sometimes people call me, either my mom, my sister, or whatever, even my boss, who I usually talk pretty much every day, she sometimes calls me, and I was like, "Who's that?" Because the voice is different on the phone. I have another girl that I work with. She was calling me. I answered, and she was talking. I was like, "Who? Who are you?" And I talked to her every day for the last 2 years. We talked every day, pretty much. We actually even, because I have a phone at my station at the place that I work at, and she sometimes calls me, or I call her to ask for something, and I didn't recognize her on the phone, so I'm just talking to Angeline. Yeah, can we talk to her? Yeah, sure, go ahead. And he's like, hey, what's up? It's Angeline here. Angeline, are you okay? Yeah, dog, I'm cool. You don't know how she sounds. What do you mean you talk to her? You talk to someone. You have no idea if it was her. You have proof that it was her. Maybe yes, and I stopped. Sorry.
Angeline during that phone call, where they advised her to turn herself in, though she claimed that she was no longer in the area and eventually hung up the phone. This would be the last time that officers would speak to Angeline Pete, and seemingly according to Robert, she returned home and left the very next day on the 26th and never came back. This whole revelation muddies the water in this case and provides us with our second theory, that Angeline Pete had run away to avoid reincarceration. But there's something unusual to me about this phone call with police. Now, there's hardly any information about this case online, but from all the articles that I've read, it seems that no one in Angeline's life had heard from her after this photo was taken, with the exception of Robert. And when police spoke with her, it was only over the phone. They too hadn't laid eyes on her since the night of May 20th, prompting some to wonder if Robert had arranged for some sort of decoy to make this phone call. Though, however it happened, since that phone call, there has been no activity on any of Angeline's online accounts, and she has never deposited or spent a single cent from her bank account. From that point on, she's been essentially invisible.
She ran away,
that
makes
was
sense.
15 years ago, and today we still have no concrete answers as to what happened to Angeline Pete, with some taking this as a sign that something sinister had in fact happened to her, as how can you go that long without leaving a trail, and without at least trying to come back? Especially in Angeline's case, as she was a mother. Angeline had a 7-year-old son who was by far the most important thing in her life. At the time she went missing, this child was staying with her father, Angeline's former partner, but she still played an incredibly active role in his life, and she wanted to be as involved as she possibly could be. And yet, after 15 years, she's made no attempts to try and reach out to him. Again, people have taken this as a sign that Angeline has perhaps been killed, and it isn't just Robert who they think might have done this, as some believe that she may have been killed by someone that neither they nor Angeline even knew. As I mentioned previously, Angeline had a habit of hitchhiking, and she was known to do so in a way that was overtly dangerous. And interestingly, there were some unconfirmed sightings of Angeline after she went missing, with some reportedly seeing her in Port Hardy and Grand Perrier, areas that she would have had to catch a ride to. Now again, these are totally unconfirmed sightings, but what's so chilling about this is that if she had been hitchhiking through those areas, then she likely would have found herself doing so along Highway 16, which is now known as the Highway of Tears. Without getting too deep into this stretch of road is notorious for its disproportionately high number of women who have gone missing on it, and especially Indigenous women, with Aboriginal organizations claiming that as many as 40 Indigenous women have been killed. Notorious for its disproportionately high number of women who have gone missing on it, and especially Indigenous women.
Why the fuck did the full screen just allows me to go back to go down? You know what I want to see? Is this. This one. This is obviously someone who did this. So 2 years, 3, then multiple in this year, then he stopped and he went back, stopped for 6 years again, went back pretty much, 4 years could be normal, he did what he did and then he kind of stopped. This leap here, the 10 years, the person who did it could possibly, that's why 3, straight up in 3 years, and I bet this one was like January or February, and this one's late summer, mid fall, and beginning of winter. I don't know because I have no idea what this is, but I bet. So this 10 years, he in this one, he was probably forced to stop. He or she, we don't know. And this one's, yeah, first one, and then the second one, then he had to like hide or something, and he went back for this one, and then boom, 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 3. He stopped a bit because he knew someone was probably getting close, so he stopped, boom, and started going for 2-3 years at a time, you know? From this one's, almost got caught. Last one, and then 4 years, 3, 2, and then 6. And this time, 6 years, either he stopped or he got stopped by something. Then he went back into it, stopped a little bit, went back. Look, 3 straight away. I don't know. I can't tell if there's a point. There's 4 of them, like straight up. And then 10 years. This 10 year here means that he maybe got arrested for something completely different from this. He probably got arrested for something. Maybe like third strike. Like this one's the first one, and then this was the second one, and then this one was the third one, and he got 10 years. As soon as he came out, it was all this. And probably here around 2007, 2008, because this is what, like almost 4 years. Let's say he was like 20 or 30 here. Here he would be 70. He died between 2007 and 2010 from cancer. That's what I'm gonna say. I didn't even read anything like over here, so I don't know in whatever. So 38 years. Like I was saying, the person who did this probably already died of some disease, like maybe cancer or something like that. And between 2006 and 2010, and he started this around the age of between 27 and 34. Who did it? Why? I have no clue.
Disproportionately high number of women who have
Because they do not look the same at all. Because if they look a little bit the same, maybe it was something. If they are all from a certain point, then it was probably someone in the. They said most. They were indigenous people, right? So it could be. Oh. (14 and 25). The age is 14 and 25. So he had a type between 14 and 25. But this one looks older. Is this the... Did the guy... These two have the same... Or no, my bad. Kamloops is probably the area, okay? Yeah, probably that, right? I was gonna say, they have the same last name. I was gonna say, because this one looks older, we need to investigate her son. All of them, and he stopped, snapped here with her, and had to get another one 2 years later. And then boom, 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 boom. Arrested for 10 years. Maybe for her. 10 years for her. It could be. And then he came out, boom, and then he died.
gone missing on it, and
I
especially
lost so much time
indigenous
with that.
women,
I'm sorry.
with Aboriginal organizations claiming that as many as 40 indigenous women have been killed or kidnapped while on this stretch of road. And coincidentally, Angeline was an indigenous woman herself, who may have found herself hitchhiking on that very road.
Don't hitchhike, period.
Angeline's disappearance is one of those cases that you can convince yourself that every theory is right. But as of right now, there's just no way to know what truly happened to her. And while this is an internet mystery for us, for Angeline's family, this couldn't be more real. Many of them are suspicious about Robert and believe that police didn't do a good enough job investigating him, as he was never even considered a suspect. But they also hold on hope that Angeline is still alive and out there somewhere, and they'll often hold events and vigils to keep her name in the spotlight, and to assure
Wasn't he was taken to the... Okay, wait. Because I talked too much about that thing, the other thing. Did he got taken away by the cops, even if she didn't, said anything. They probably kept him there for like a night or something to, So maybe she disappeared if they actually talk, but if they think they talked to her. Oh, but that was 5 days because she had a warrant for her arrest for 5 days. My bad.
she knows that she can always come back home. And it's this hope that has fueled her son since she disappeared, as all throughout his childhood he played hockey as a way of helping to find her, with one family member saying, "That's why he wants to play hockey. So if he gets famous, his mom will find him."
Oh, I mean, he's 21. Is he? Is he famous? 21, 22? I don't know. This kind of fucking thing kind of pisses me off for the fact that a lot of fucking son of a fucking bitches allow guns to be around in schools, but they don't have anything protecting someone, man or woman, to just go there and take them. She was 9 years old. She was taken from her Black Hills Children's Home. So she was taken from a place like that. No one was like, okay, you stay here until it's time. You don't know everyone, like their parents or anything. Where's the teachers? The teachers don't fucking care. Was she going home alone? Bro, she's 9. Do not let your kid go alone at 9. 12, sure. If she has a brother, that's one thing. Never alone. Just, okay, we're done. I have a niece. A goddaughter. She's about to be 3. I would never leave her alone. Thank you for watching YouTube. Bye. Pisses me off how much people just, or shit like this is just allowed to happen. I'm gonna see if I can play this game before we even say anything. It's a demo, but We'll see if this is... Okay, I'm usually here. What's up, YouTube? Welcome to a brand new video. Hopefully, actually, if this works. It's called Pop Test. That's the game. I have no idea what it is. We'll see if we can actually play it. Whoa, I'm lagging. Everything is lagging. Calibrating, okay. I don't think. Yep. Can play it. It's on low, by the way. It's on low. The graphics is on low. I switched to graphics and it's still like this. Very low. Apply. I can't play. I'm mad. I fucking hate this shit. I fucking hate my computer. Can't play this game. Let's play this one. See if we can actually play it. I mean, to be honest, if this just goes like this all the time, I'll just get to a point when I was like, okay, hey guys, welcome to a brand new video. This called Spectator 3. I accidentally Spectator 2 on Twitch. It's okay. I'm choosing to go. Police Depot. I don't know what this is. Normal, hard, nightmare. I'm gonna go normal. I don't know what this is. This is just a demo, so it is what it is. Report. Oh, it's an anomaly. Picture, electrical, gore, unknown, phantom object, replacement, movement, disappearance. Oh. Oh shit. Okay. Burka. That. The door's open. Okay. Oh, I don't like the movement. I don't like the camera movement. 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Something over there, something over there. Just. Oh, you're gonna move. Start over there. It's the red thing. Is that it? Well, you know what? Something here. Isn't that red light something? Jesus. Anomaly fixed. Isn't that... What's this? Unknown. I'm gonna say unknown. If it's not that, I'm guessing it's unknown. Okay, no. What was that sound? What was this? Can it... I didn't know the camera could do that. The fan was not around here, right? So... Phantom object? Ooh, what was that? Oh my god, I thought that was someone. I'm gonna call movement. I'm pretty sure that fan was not there. I'm pretty sure nothing was over there. Bro! Let me... Replacement? What was that? I'm so scared right now. There's nothing. Okay, this guy's okay still. Oh my god, I didn't even notice that could be that thing over there. What? What happened? What do you mean? What? That's not a thing? Replacement? Was that something else? Why am I scared? What do you mean? Wait. Is this picture? Why is it? Whoa. The camera. Yeah, that was picture. Okay. Wait. There's a fire. It's lit. Was the book here on the ground before? Was that door open? I don't remember. That door was. I guess the fan was there. I don't know why you have an unplugged fan on while taking a shit, but hey. I thought this was someone, by the way. Every time I switch for this one, I'm gonna say movement here, because I think that door was it was closed, but I'm not entirely sure. No anomaly. I'm gonna say that. What? What is that? What is that? What's that? What's that? What's that sound? Why are you doing that? Why? Don't look at me. Oh, hear me. I was like, why is this? What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? I don't know what this means. Is it? Oh, there's sound. 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 There's sound. What do you mean? There was a lot of sound. We heard the sound. There was a boom, boom, boom. I don't know which one it could be. I'm missing something. I'm missing. Was that open before? I don't even know. I don't remember. Replacement. I'm going to say that. And I just... I don't think I have, like... Let's see. I don't know. I'm so scared. Guess here's the thing. I don't know what anomalies could be. You know what I mean? I don't know what could be a thing. It's just, you know, I get it. Can you tell me which ones? I'm gonna go again. Report all anomalies. Picture. Electrical. Gore. Unknown. Disappearance. Replacement. Phantom object movement. Okay, movement. Obviously movement. Replacement. So this object was replaced by something else. Phantom object. Is that what? There's two of the same. Disappears. The object is gone. Picture, because the picture is not supposed to be electrical. It's pretty much, you know, gore as well. Unknown. Okay, so here we have all of that. Okay, I'm pretty much okay. The fan was still there. All of this was still here. Everything was still the same. Here, boom, 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 boom. Two open, that open, that. I don't know if I already started or not, so it's kind of weird if it did or not. That is not nothing. This is over here. This is over here. Blah blah blah. All cool. This is why I need someone be in my chat so I can know when nobody's around, so I would not know. I'm guessing all of the things are just, you know, they're just that's kind of, you know, the guy's gone. Pictures, visitors over there. The fan. I'm gonna go as fast as I can so I don't miss anything. Nothing here. Okay, this guy's back. Think you can get away from this? Are you on a toilet? Taking a shit. Uh-huh. Everything seems normal here. Everything seems... The sounds, though. It's gonna go. It's the sounds. This was here, blah, 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 blah. Okay. The camera just rolls. Well, replacement here because that was not yellow. Jesus. I'm trying to, win. As soon as I'm done with the win. No, at least that. At least a win. Do you think shit moves here? Whoa! I know where the fan belongs. I think this means like maybe some sort of something here. Picture? I feel like the picture is different. This one. No. No, this is boom, 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 boom. This was here too, right? Is there multiple object delete to save? Unknown? Getting kind of gassy. The 3 I can, I can fuck with it. By the way, it was this guy's fit. There's a fan missing here. Because I think this guy didn't have a fan, but this one did. No? Is there 2 the same? I think this is not... I think this is different. Because this looks cool. I don't think it was this cool. See what I mean? A little bit of blood over here. Just say. Even on very... I think this is just game ambience. Which is kind of cool. Kind of cool? I didn't mean cool. I mean kind of weird. Oh, wait. This was not here. But I think this is Phantom Object. Or no, it's he was over there and now it's over there. Let me just movement. It was not on this side, it was on that side. That I remember. Oh, there was a little glitchy in the camera. I remember that part because there was a bucket. Oh, that was the 2 a.m. Oh my god, that scared me. Oh, was that because he was close? It could be. Okay. I don't know why he has something like this in his cell, but hey, you guys do you. You know what I mean? All that Gucci shit. Cause he's Gucci. What's this? Green shit here? Green pipe? Replacement? I'm gonna say that. I know this is an anomaly. I know, but I like it. You know, I kind of like it. It's not unknown. Which one? Is this electric? Maybe phantom object? I don't know which one could this be. It's not unknown. Whoa. What do we call this? Replacement? Because he was replaced? There's replacement. Trying to see where that shit looked like. It's kind of weird there. Red light over there. I don't know why. Whoa. Unknown. I'm just gonna say an. What was that? What the fuck is that? I thought it was just the camera. I didn't notice there. I didn't notice there, but I didn't notice. Oh, by the way, see the green pipe was not over there. I think this is different, right? Was this color before? Hmm. Dude, still pooping. What? Am I... Movement here. I think that means that it's been a thing, so you kind of... No, I have no idea what this could be. But I guess the purple was the thing already. What can I do this? Can I say picture? What is this? It's called... Is there a picture? Okay, there's something else. The bucket, everything here. This guy's still here. There's nothing here. Movement. Because I'm pretty sure that... Wait, this is a new chair, you know what I mean? Like... It's a new chair. Phantom object, I guess? Phantom object doesn't mean it means it's two of them. He's not sitting on a chair. He's on a toilet. Is this gore? It is gore. Am I... Oh, I'm too far. I thought I could fit. This is actually a pretty cool game. I couldn't play like any of the other ones. You know, I couldn't. I don't think my PC can even handle this. Can barely. Gotta be something else. Gotta be something that I'm not seeing. The fan's still there. Is this here? Okay, okay, there's something I need to find quick. Is the bucket still here? The bucket's still here. We're cool. We're cool with the bucket. Nothing here. This here. This, everything. Yeah, that looks the same. No. I'm missing one. Ooh, go over here. Hey. We're close. We're close. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Come on. We got this. We got this. I don't know how many anomalies we have, but we got this. We're close. We're close. We have to be closed. We have to be closed. Closed? Hopefully not. Close. What the fuck? Your cell looks cool. All green and shit. What is this? Electrical? What the f... This is electrical? But it was not that. Oh, so this is something. Phantom object. How is this here? Close to 5 a.m. Okay. See if there's a copy of something here. This is phantom object, right? This would get stopped around here, right? It would not get all the way there. This pipe. Ugh. Replacement? Don't tell me this is electrical. I'm pretty sure this was not all the way there. I think it was get cut over here. Unknown. Is there more? I don't know the meaning of the sounds. So what is this? Electrical? I'm pretty sure that's an anomaly. I can't call movement. Maybe it was someplace else and moved over there. It was movement. Was it from over here, maybe? Oh, picture here. That was not the flag. See what I mean? It was cut up here. Unknown. There's smoke. Eating anomalies. Holy crap. Oh, is it phantom because of this one? When he had the chair in his cell. We're close to 6 a.m. Let's go. We got this, baby. We got this. Let's not fuck it up so we can actually go home. Nah, you're gonna stay here forever. Or at least during the weekend. Well, they have a judge available on Monday, so sucks to be you. There's something? No, no, no. There's something. What? What? I'm gonna say movement around here. I don't know. The picture here is fixed. What? What? There's something here. There's something. Right? My shit is bugging. Electrical. Something here electrical, because there's a light over there. I don't know if that's a thing. I don't know. Give me something obvious. I'm gonna say movement here because I don't know if that shit just moved or is my eyes just messing up. I'm getting close to 6 a.m. Okay, cool. 6 a.m. is close. 6 a.m. is close. 5 seconds. Is that? No here. I don't know. I don't know. Boom, bitch. Ooh, we did it. Let me see if it unlocks anything else or I have to like wait. Yeah, I have to wait. I can only do the police depot. Well guys, thank you so much for watching. That was it. Spectator 3. I don't think it's available. I think it's only the demo. Check out the full game. I think maybe it is. Oh yeah, it's coming soon. But we have, yeah, this is it's just a prologue. This is the only thing we got so far. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you all guys later. Bye. And now we're gonna put myself on this side. I'm gonna get the PS4 open. Awakens. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get something to drink. Or okay, so here's the thing. Okay, cool. Thank you for me. I know I don't want to play this. Deleting that shit. So I can continue this one or I can start this one. And I'm gonna go. Yes, Deviant located. I played a little bit, but I think I never finished the game. 5%, yeah. 2022. I don't think it was me. I think it was actually my brother who played it. We're gonna play that. Outlast 2, we're gonna leave that for another day. Another rainy day. Tomorrow night we will watch a movie. Yeah. And I actually played a little bit of Outlast 2. It was like only 4 or 5 years ago. Let me see. Yeah. Fine, win. It's 5 years ago. I'm not even joking. I can continue to play this one again. I wouldn't say no to that. But I think I'm gonna go to Detroit Become Human. And what time is it? It's 5:35. No, you know what? No. Detroit Become Human. I want to do like just a stream for it. So this week I've been doing 8 hours or 10 hours. I'll say 10 hours. So I won't. I don't have like a lot of time to do this. That's why tomorrow night I'm gonna come from work and we're just gonna watch a movie and that's it. So I think I'm just gonna go for like this one and I'm gonna play for like an hour or something, an hour and something to, you know, gonna play for like an hour. You know, yeah, and get a little bit more of gameplay. I'll be right back. Back. Boom. Sorry. Sorry. The Western Ghats. That way, with this stream, I'll have 3 videos. Oh, actually 4, if I consider the VOD video. I don't know what movie we're gonna watch tomorrow. I think we're gonna watch Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? Let's continue where we're doing. Oh, I lost audio. Yeah, hold that, please. Okay, what were we doing? We just got from that over here, right? And we move this or something. So I'm just gonna follow her and see where that's gonna take me.
Ah, this is open now.
Oh, this one. Oh. Muddy.
No!
Great start. Fantastic start. I bet.
So, waterfalls and mountain. Check.
Hey, just so you know, Nathan Drake is no longer in the picture. You don't have to worry about him.
I had my concerns.
Why do you accept my offer?
I'm not one to look a gift horse in the mouth. Especially with everyone wanting to see me fall.
I hear that. But on the plus side...
Oh, there's a plus side?
Oh, when people have low expectations, it's much easier to take them by surprise. As far as I'm concerned, this business is tough enough on your own. You have to take any advantage you can.
You always worked alone?
Mostly.
How old were you when you started?
Young. Learned quickly enough I needed to let people think they were getting their way, and then I could get the upper hand.
Too subtle for me.
Sorry, I need a moment.
Nice. A picture.
Now then.
Can I climb them? Can I climb the Elefante? Do I need the car?
Right. Where were we? Anyway, like I was saying, your method is too subtle for me. I always preferred the direct approach.
Yeah, whatever works, I say.
Right. So this way, I guess. I'm guessing this way? Yeah, okay. It'll be towards here and here.
Give me a second.
I can wait.
How do I get there? I don't think I can reach that. Okay, maybe towards this side here.
Okay, let's do this.
Yeah. Okay, now what? Oh wait.
Over we go. Yeah.
Oh, there was another one over there. Okay, cool, cool. I turned myself around. Where are them? Okay, that way. Gonna hurt. Damn it. How do you know? How do you know what happened? Damn straight. I'm gonna get switched. Damn it! I failed. I have to do this again. Go Spider-Man. Arsena, that's
Of course. Nothing's ever simple.
for sure. I look pretty simple.
What have we got here? Another token for my collection.
Ferret out anything?
Had a little laugh.
Nice work.
Go straight forward. Because I died, the truck moved. It turned around. Because I actually wanted to go towards the way that I was going here, but... Oh.
I'll be right back.
You got it.
Go here. Stealth mode. Hmm.
What the? One of ours is down!
Too close.
Watch it! Another one down!
Sure.
Think so.
You guys don't have any bullets?
Shit!
Sorry.
We're clear.
Good.
E90. I'm not gonna switch.
Let's see.
Oh, that way. Didn't even get faced.
I've got your brothers and sisters waiting for you.
After all that, you find anything?
Found a little something.
Laka.
Can we even reach that one? I need to check where we are here in the map. Okay, straightforward. We'll be actually from here. No?
Sit tight. Sure, go ahead.
No, it would be like that way.
We've got a trident statue now.
Looks like it's directing us up to that structure above the falls.
Very helpful.
How do I get there? How do I get to that?
Time to go.
I think I see the way.
The rebels beat us here.
Check it out. It's Ganesh's trident. Spotted this on the tower, too.
Ganesh, remover of obstacles.
Is the gate secured? Not
Got
yet.
your back.
Waiting on
Let's just
Cobra
keep
8.
this quiet as long as we can.
I have 2 bullets. Do you have any more?
All right.
Hang on. Man down over here. Watch yourselves.
Okay.
Up above us. To the right.
Where are you, huh?
Shh.
Watch yourself! Another guy down here! Keep looking. They are here somewhere.
There's one guy around here. Right there. I just keep winning trophies. There's a sniper. Let's see if I can drop on this bitch. He comes around this area. I can just jump on him.
Shit! Another one down! You'd better find them.
Right in the water.
Hang on.
That's it. The site's clear.
Oh, that's
Not
it?
bad, Fraser. There's hope for you yet.
Thank you. That was intense.
Okay. Let's go find our giant water faucet.
Sounds good. Okay, that's not it. No, this. What's the trick here?
What? Look like a button.
Yeah, I just wanted you to have a go at something. What's this? That's a good sound.
One of the spokes on the wheel just turned around.
Know where another one is. I have to find them all and do that. I saw this one.
And how about you? That's two.
I'm just thinking. Have to look for it. Shark in the water is swimming with the little fish.
Here's another one.
I'm
3
guessing
down.
The other ones have to be that way. You find it? You push that one. Could they be this far back? Try to look. So there's one on the wall.
Found you. Only one left.
There we go.
Last but not least. That should do it.
Okay, back to the big wheel thing.
Big wheel thing?
Whatever the archaeological term for.
Big wheel thing works.
I completely forgot what I was. I remember.
Okay. You did it. Oh, damn right I did. Oh, come on.
Looks like we're going under.
Rightio.
When to Australia.
There's our faucet. Now then, I'm guessing this one needs to look like a trident.
Good guess. Oh, this one's a bit trickier.
It's
Ganesh.
Hello, sir.
Right. Let's turn the
I always
water on.
thought Ganesh was
Whoa,
a girl.
whoa.
Was
What's
a
to
woman.
say it's not different this time?
No.
What if it's fire or something?
You're
I don't know
messing.
why, but
I'm totally
elephants,
messing with
I
you.
think about. It's actually super cool. I saw it. And I was
Here we
like,
go.
I'm a little disappointed it wasn't fire.
Another waterfall.
Yeah. It's 2 out of 3 now.
Ursula went to an absurd amount of trouble to hide the tusk.
Well, the tusk was the symbol of Hoysala dominance, representing their wealth and their might.
A nice trophy for the Persians.
Yeah. My dad always thought that the tusk was something even greater, though.
What? Your dad was after the tusk?
Oh, my dad was obsessed with it. He spent every day and night researching it. All our money wasted on fruitless expeditions.
Heard that one before. So what came of it?
I don't know. Well, he sent me and my mum away. He said it was no longer safe. And off to Australia we went. And now here I stand on the outskirts of Halibadoo. That's pretty funny. Last stop. The fort embedded in that mountain. That'll be the one with the axe.
At least your accent makes sense now.
Yeah,
Fraser's not exactly an Indian surname either.
it was my mum's.
Right down here? Yeah, no.
Shit, Fraser!
I cannot do that. 1, 2, 3. Come in. Hold it.
Right. All right, let's find a way out. Last one back to the car buys dinner. I brought MREs. You're no fun.
I was gonna run. I was actually pressing to run.
Incoming reinforcement. Figures.
Hello! Brother, where are you? Do a sweep. Ross and Fraser. Take these off. Start this one! I'm getting tired. Another man down! That's not gonna cover.
Where? Where? I don't see anyone. I only have a bullet. Oh, you can just die. Someone sees that guy. Oh.
It's a shot.
Where did you go?
Is that it? Is this him? Last one.
Have eyes on them! We're on to us!
All right, we're clear. For real this time. You handled yourself on, all things considered. What things are those? No real combat training. Ah. Slightly impulsive. Run around the field like a maniac. Need to learn what short, controlled burst means. All right. And no, wearing red in a jungle combat scenario. I mean, seriously.
What? Shark in the water, I swim with a little fish. Nice.
Just the one by the mountain left. Indeed.
Down, I guess.
Makes more sense why Saul's after the tusk now. Figured he just wanted the money, like us. He'll use it to rally people to his cause, wave it in the government's face. Just like all the others. This has happened before? Oh yeah. Ever since the young king lost to the Persians. Everyone's wanted to lay claim to it, to this land.
And here I thought we were just going on a treasure hunt.
We are? Let men like Asav fight over it. It's none of our concern.
Fighting wars was my concern for a time.
Good point. But you did it for the cash.
Usually.
What about when you worked for Asav?
Definitely a cash grab. Hardly worth the trouble.
Ouch. Why do it then?
Needed to establish my rep, eh? Figured I'd start with the worst of the bunch.
Nowhere to go but up after that. Beautiful out here.
Is this your first visit to India?
Yeah.
Not a lot of perks in this line of work, but travel is definitely one of them.
Where have you been?
Where haven't I been?
Whichever question works for you.
Well, I haven't been to the States.
Really?
Yeah, well, the stuff I'm looking for is usually old, right? The US was only founded a couple of 100 years ago.
True.
What about you? Where do you... Oh, hold on. Let's hit pause on this. Coming?
Right behind you.
Just money. Treasure. Treasure. That is what you earn. I'm too goody. Always press that. Actually, I'm gonna try to find like all of them. Open it all. And I'm talking about the things in the map, not this. Right here. We can go to the last one. Even if I don't get views on this. Oh, this is the one that I was at. That the monkeys are. I'm gonna find a way to go to the other side though. How do I do this? Or did I miss anything here? I can just...
Just one straggler.
Oh, because this is the place where I need to be. But there's two things, right? There's one over there and one over there. I wish I could just run.
All right. And we were talking about
Oh, right. What about you? Where do you want to go?
Iceland.
Nice choice. Beautiful there.
Well, it's quiet, unspoiled. And I want to see those northern lights.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's on the bucket list too. You should go when we're done here.
Someday. Have other things to attend to first.
I'm just gonna take a look around.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out.
Can I even climb it?
Gonna try to go from behind.
Hey, look. Shiva's axe. Man. Glad I climbed that tower, eh?
Shiva. He was the god of destruction, right?
Yes, but maybe not in the way you're thinking.
So not knowing things out.
Definitely not. Once more, with gusto. Here we go.
Hey, I'll take care of this one.
Okay. Sure, in reverse.
You're welcome.
Ah. Salah versus the tiger. Salah won, actually. He was protecting his guru and killed the animal in one blow. It's where the name Hoi Salah comes from. Hoi, meaning strike, in their language. No, 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 no! Oh! Razor, you okay? Yep. Come on in. Water's fine. I mean, don't drink it or anything. They've left their climbing gear.
They should come in handy.
Correction. Our climbing gear. Oh, God, a bit hard on the wrists.
I think I have water.
Of course, it's not a food luxury. I'm smaller than most men.
We are what?
I thought we were talking about your food.
We are.
okay? Slightly thick, but I'm good. Good. Let's keep moving. Oh my.
What the hell is this?
Okay, let's see what this does.
That statue moved.
Wow, let's see how this goes. Well, I'll be go to hell. That's elaborate. Oh shit.
Statue moved again.
Oh, turns out getting walloped by an axe hurts a little.
I'll bet. You alright?
Yeah, all in a day's work. Better wait for job.
I'd rather watch the master.
Flattery gets you everywhere.
Also rather not get hit by an axe.
Bugger!
I think that's what you did last time.
I think you're right.
You know what you did last summer? Is that like a pattern to stop him from swinging? I think I get it.
The exit's all 3 platforms at one swing, so don't be there when it does. Got it.
2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I can do
That was
this
close.
one, this one, this one.
All right. I think that did it. Come on over.
Coming.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Another one.
3 statues. With 2 different symbols now. A star and rings.
They're all voice stars. I like your descriptions better.
That one just goes.
Ah! Near miss there. Son of a bitch.
I would say this is most problem type shit. But this one I have to go like that, so it opens up. And now I can just go and go and go.
This is tricky.
I can just go.
I think I got it. Right, got it. Come on over.
Nice. Right behind you.
And another one. Holy shit.
Figured we'd have one more to go.
How did you know that?
Everything always comes in 3. You'll see.
Oh, wait, did it hit me? There's no way.
I'm okay. Okay, what next?
Need to go back on this one. I don't.
You see the symbol on the pillars and the symbol on the axe are the same? I did. Fresh air.
I think I didn't notice that part. I knew it. So simple. Done harder ones. This game.
Let's make an axe. Oh, what the hell? That's not fair. Nice to see you, Shiva. Come on, let's get this over and done with. Yep.
Me win 6.
See? I told you it was dangerous. You hurt. Just my dignity.
That hurts a lot.
Here we go. There be water. And now that's 3. You know, you're pretty good at this whole treasure hunting thing. I'm a quick study. One question, though. I reckon that you could pretty much do anything you want. Why are you so keen to get Shoreline back? Seriously? My partner tends my own money against me. My lieutenant makes off with the bounty. Nathan and Samuel Drake get off scot-free, and you're asking why I want Shoreline back. Yeah. It was on my watch. I lost it on my watch. All right, what the hell is that thing you keep playing with? It's my stress toy. It showed up in the mail a few weeks after we got to Australia. All right, we better get a move on. We don't want Asav to get ahead of us. You know, I've had my fair share of screw-ups. You just pick yourself up and move on.
That one.
I don't like to fail. No one does, love. Let's head back to the car. Gotta love a shortcut. Glad we don't have to go back the way we came. I would have made you dodge the axes.
Bitch, I'm sliding.
Hey, if you want to look anywhere else out there, now's the time to do it. Right. Fancy a recce? Yeah, I'm in.
Don't I gotta go first to here?
Let's get out of here.
No, wait.
Come on. I'd love a second set of eyes.
No.
Copy that. Let's get moving. Look, for what it's worth, it's your kick-ass reputation that got you this job. Plus, I figured you could use the money.
You're not wrong.
Honestly, though, it's actually nice working with a woman for a change.
Too right. Not many of us out here. This one arms dealer demanded to speak to the man in charge, then tried backing out when I informed him I was running the show.
Ugh, what did you do?
Broke both his legs.
Oh my God. You're not kidding.
Just trying to level the playing field.
Oh, don't cross Ross.
I should put that one on my business card.
Can't you just walk away? Just be done with Shoreline?
I was born into it. I don't have a choice.
Oh, there's always a choice.
Going the right way. Right way. Already stuck. Can I unstuck? Bro.
I'm just gonna take a look around.
Do what you have to do.
Thank you for your indulgence.
That's stuck. Almost crashed to a turnpike. And I turned right. Is it in here? No, it's literally behind. Over there. Do we have to walk? I don't mind.
I'm just gonna take a look around.
All right, bye for now.
Oh, right there.
Thank you for your patience.
Alright. Ladrijtje prachtig.
Here we go. Coming.
You bet. Magnificent. How long do you suppose it takes to carve something like this?
Years. Decades, even. The Hoysala certainly did have a knack for stonework.
And the war, it seems.
That too. They must have made these to commemorate their victories against the Persians.
Looks like they put up a good fight.
They did. Pity it didn't last. But their loss is our gain, right?
That carving looks familiar.
That carving is an exact match for the disc.
So what does that mean?
I don't know yet. But I'm guessing we should give that a try. Should we dance?
Try not to break it this time.
Sassy.
What the hell?
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Can't say I was expecting that. You ready?
Yeah. Just, taking it all in.